Cool. Okay. Looks like we are live 10 minutes early, so hopefully people will be joining us shortly to discuss exhibitor information for Mokena Mini Maker Faire. All right. I'm going to put myself on mute. So for whoever just joined us, you can click on, I'm not sure if I'm putting it the right place, you can click on up here, there should be something that says like group chat. So we can talk up in there and I can answer questions. You should see a message from me up there as well. And then we're just waiting 10 more minutes until the call officially starts. But if you want to say hello to me, just hop in the group chat thing up there. So if you just join, there's a group chat button that you should be able to click up in the top corner, which will open up a window on the sidebar of your window and allow you to ask questions. All right, so we only have one person here right now, but I had a couple other people RSVP. So if you have questions, like I said, use the group chat. But I'm going to get started with some of the general details that we mentioned in the email that I sent out yesterday, and then I'll answer some questions from there as well. If you are an exhibitor, you should have received 10 free tickets from us by now. They should have come by way of either a 100% discount or 10% or 10 tickets just straight up that I sent over to you. If you have not received those yet, you can email me at jay, as J-A-Y, at lunargiant.com. And I will get those over to you. They should come in PDF format so you can print them out or send each page to friends, family, relatives, whoever you want to bring. And feel free to just hand them out to anybody, really, and spread the word. One of our exhibitors actually sent out an email to a lot of people that he knew and said, first 5 people who respond get 5 tickets, and then the rest of the people he basically invited to Maker Faire. So I thought that was a very good idea. So I'd encourage everybody to send an email out and tell all of their friends that you're going to be at Maker Faire showing off your cool project. The second thing is the space walkthrough. So on Thursday at 6 p.m., we will be at Yunker Farm giving a walkthrough of the location that we have and kind of laying out for you where you're going to be showing, exhibiting, where everything else is going to be at, and it will be another opportunity, aside from today, for you to ask any questions that you might have. For those just joining, you can chat and ask questions. There's a chat sidebar, group chat sidebar, that you can access in Google Talk to ask questions for the slide feed. The reason we did a live feed is so that it's easier to record and schedule for posterity. And also, depending on how many people joined, it's easier to answer questions in order as well. Yeah, so we have a space walkthrough on Thursday at 6 p.m. at Yunker Farm. Directions to Yunker Farm are on our website, so if you have any questions about how to get there, check the website out. The third thing I wanted to go over really quick is the space layout, which I am still working on, actually. We still have, we've added even a couple exhibitors as of yesterday, so the event's growing, and there are more people than we expected, so we're going to have to figure out how to fit a lot of people in there. So that's why the layout is taking a little bit longer than I had hoped. However, we'll have a home for you, hopefully by tonight or tomorrow, so that you know where you're going to be showing. If you can bring table, tent, chairs, that'd be wonderful. We're trying to round up table, tents, and chairs for everybody, all the exhibitors, though. So if you have any problems with that, let me know as well. And then the hold harmless form that I sent along in the email, please sign that. And if you can, scan it and return it to me before the event. That would be the easiest way to do it. I could pick them up from you at the event as well, although that's not necessarily preferable. That basically covers all of the bases, the basics for the event. So if anybody has any questions, now's the time to ask in the chat panel. I don't see anybody asking anything, so I don't know if there's just you're having difficulties or if there's not really much to ask about the event. But I'm really excited about this first Maker Faire. I know we have a lot of people in the village who are really excited about it. We have the mayor excited about it. We have the village board excited about it. We have State Senator Hastings excited about it. Representative Renee Kozel excited about it. And a lot of local makerspaces and nearby makerspaces are excited about it as well. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, feel free to ask any questions now. And go ahead. I'll be around for like the next 10 minutes or so. So if I don't see anything in like the next 10 minutes, I'll head out and assume that nobody has any questions. Otherwise, I will answer them. All right. All right, Dino has a question. It is, let's see here. Will there be any after the event publicity or write-up? Yes, so we've given out tickets, media tickets to, 22nd Century Media. So we'll have the Mokena Messenger, the Frankfurt newspaper, the Orland Park publication, the Tinley Park publication, and their new Lennox Patriot publication coming out. So they'll be out there. We've also given out media passes to the Southtown Star, the Patch, and so I expect at the bare minimum we're going to have some good local coverage for the event. And it looks like for some reason you guys aren't able to use the general chat. It's a group chat, so you should be able to. But if you're having problems chatting with me, you can just ask me in, I guess, in the comments section of this video. So Brian wanted to know if he could check out the space tomorrow or Friday. You're more than welcome to. I'm not going to be there, but you're more than welcome to check out the space whenever you want. Really, it's open to the public 24/7. So if you just use the directions, the address that's listed on our website, you should be able to drive in there and walk around the space. Just use the map that I provided as a reference because we don't have the entire Junker Farm campus. We only have half of it. The other half is for the Food and Wine Fest. So just use the highlighted section that I mapped out as a reference for where we're going to be showing. So any other questions? Well, let's try it this way. Let's see if I can maybe add you guys manually. To get you to be able to talk to me. So Tom asked, how many exhibitors are there going to be? We're looking at. I know it's over 20 at this point. I think we're looking at 20. I want to say 21, somewhere between 20 and 25 exhibitors, ranging from. We have several with custom 3D printers. We have quadcopters. We have painters. We have weavers. I think about 4 or 5 hacker spaces coming out, showing off different exhibits that they have. Some individuals that we found on Kickstarter from the area are going to be coming to show off their projects. We have 10-foot tall musical instruments coming on display. And then we've put together some of our own custom exhibits as part of Maker Faire that aren't necessarily associated with any exhibitors. And then I'm not counting towards the 20 to 25 exhibitors. They're just added on top that we're going to be having there. So those that's going to include like the trebuchet that we're working on getting in, the near space balloon that we're working on tethering for the event to take video, and the Learn to Solder tent and the Raspberry Pi tent and things like that. So there are going to be extra things happening all the time, as well as having Senator Hastings speaking, and we'll have some highlight kind of events throughout the day as well. Yeah. All right, so let's see. I'll figure out what's going on here with you guys too. It doesn't seem right that the only way for you to ask me questions is to post on the video. But feel free to continue to comment on the video until I figure this out as well. Brian asked, will there be power? What are the logistics of the tables and things? So yeah, there will be power. We're going to be drawing power from both a generator that we have hooked up and the building itself. We have tables and chairs that we're going to be able to provide you. That's for 100% sure. We're working on getting enough tents right now for everybody. We have a handful of them, and I know a lot of exhibitors are bringing their own. So if you're able to bring a tent, that would be super helpful if you want one. Otherwise, it's gonna be kind of like on a first come first serve or as need basis for tents. So I can't. I'm trying to get one for everybody, but I can't guarantee them right now. Though we are working with the park district on rounding some more up. Brian wants to know if I can create a hangout. The only problem with that is that we still have people joining, and if I cancel this, then they're not going to know where the hangout is at. So if I create a hangout, we're not going to have any place for people to ask questions, unfortunately, or at least the people who join a little bit later won't be able to find us. So yeah, I can't. We're kind of stuck in a hard place until I figure out how to invite everybody here. So let me keep working on that. Let's see. Oh, there's one. Brian?
Yep, that worked.
Okay, so now I need to add everybody else, it looks like. Shit. So let's see. If you're on this call still and you can email me with, shit, how am I going to add everybody here? Let's see, Tom's on. There's Tom. And you can use you can use the text chat now. That's good. Okay. And it looks like we had Dino on here as well. Let's see if I can add Dino. I invited him. And is that all the people that we had on asking questions? Brian, did you see anybody else on asking questions besides Tom and Dino?
Give me a second, let me check. Yeah, no, those are the only two.
Okay, well, they both have invited now.
Okay. So, is it possible to get more than how big are the tables? Are you familiar with what I've done or anything like that?
No, not at all.
So I don't do so. This is more so out of my element. What I do is I bring maker stuff to libraries, and then I get them to incorporate maker stuff into library spaces. So I just recently did a Kids Fest thing in Joliet, and they asked me to put up a makerspace thing, and so it actually went really well. So I figured, okay, I'll check out the Maker Faire. I used to live in Mokena, so it'll be back to my home roots. But what I do is I find startup companies across the country, and a lot of them actually participate in Maker Fairs. And I say, hey, let me use your products, let me figure out how they work, and let's see if we can get them into library spaces. So then we work on like donation programs and stuff like that to get kits and robotic stuff into libraries. So I'll have like little bit sets where you can build circuits and prototype. You might have seen them before. I have cubelets. You build robots out of cubes, and so you choose the right kind of cubes, the right set of order, you build a robot. I have a 3D pen where you can draw in 3D. I'll bring in a 3D printer. If you wanted kids to program, I have those robotic finches from BirdBrain.
I mean, it's your exhibitor space, so bring whatever you want. We're looking at like a standard 2 by, I forget what it is, 2 by 6 or 2 by 8 table for exhibitors. I just want to, if everybody who's viewing the video right now, I've invited you, the people who are commenting. If you have not gotten an invite, send an email to j@lunargiant.com, and I'll send you an email, or I'll send you an invite to this chat so that you can participate as well. But yeah, there will be standard, just one standard table and 2 chairs for every person as well. Tom wants to know if there's going to be power and access to Wi-Fi outside. There will definitely be power access. I am working on getting Wi-Fi access. I'm working with Verizon on that to get a couple mobile hotspots set up for us. So hopefully you'll have Wi-Fi access as well. If you really need Wi-Fi access, we can also hook you up with some other tethering options or something like that.
Well, I have a Chromebook, so if somebody needs to stream something off the internet, somebody can feel free to use it. It's hooked up to T-Mobile, I believe.
Okay, cool. Let's see.
Hey Jay, is it possible to get extra tables so the kids or the people can spread out and build stuff?
It really depends on how many people bring their own tables and how many tables we're able to get our hands on. It should be fine, but I don't want to guarantee it unless I know for sure. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for extra table space, the best thing I can do is tell you to bring additional ones.
Okay.
For your booth. So if anybody else has questions, either post them in the chat underneath the video on Google Plus, or email me and ask me to invite you, like Brian here, to the Google Plus chat so that you're able to talk directly with us. But I've invited several of the other people who've been viewing to the chat right now as well. And this should save on YouTube, so you can go back and replay it and watch the whole disaster on the internet again. But if you have any questions about the event, you can also check it out there.
Are you looking for more side activities? You mentioned that throughout the day there might be side stuff going on.
No, we're actually pretty set with for the most part with that. Did you have something specific in mind?
Well, I was just curious. I could brainstorm some things with you later to kind of take up that extra, the seminar portion of it.
Yeah, I'll let you know, within the next couple of days if we need anything. But right now we're looking pretty good, especially since I don't want to fill up the entire time with sideshows, so to speak, that are going on. We're going to have a live bluegrass band there as well, so that's going to take up a good portion of the stage time too that we have. But I appreciate that. So let's see. Carolyn is trying to join, so I'll add you as well. Brian, when I invited you, did that just come through your email?
Well, I got an alert on my phone, so I had to find the pop-up on my computer, but I did get an email too.
Okay. Well, I'm inviting everybody to the party who says they're going to watch, so everybody should see it. Looks like Brian wants to join as well. Let's see. or Brad, I mean. Okay. All right, so I'm going to keep this running until probably a little bit after 6:30, and then if anybody else has any other questions, you can ask me by email, and I'm going to post the answers to this on a frequently asked questions board so that we all kind of know where everything's at. And I apologize if people are having a hard time getting a hold of this too. This is one of the probably the second time I've used a scheduled Hangout, so I wasn't quite sure how it would work out for everybody if I didn't invite you to it. But hopefully everybody who said they're joining the call have gotten invites to this chat now and are able to hop on if they want to. Let's see. So some other things, we have some great sponsors for the event this year. Ozinga obviously they're a Mokena company. They're sponsoring the event, as well as Space Lab and Make Magazine. But we also have some other companies, including With a Switch. We have Representative Renee Kozel sponsoring it. We have Sharp Edge Technology sponsoring it. State Senator Hastings is sponsoring it as well. And then I got an email across my desk today that Burnham Works is also sponsoring the event. Jack Nipple, he's going to be bringing 2 6-foot tables, one to use and one to share if someone needs it, he says. So thank you, Jack. That means that's an extra table for somebody if they need it. We're working with the schools and rounding a bunch of tables up as well and chairs. I just, as far as capacity and setup goes, am trying to make sure that we're able to give everybody a table before I start promising second, third tables and so forth. There will be other seating areas at Maker Faire. We're going to have picnic benches for people to sit down and lounge in as well. So there are going to be other places for people to hang out. Okay.
Hey, Brad said he's booting up his computer right now.
Okay. Well, there's Brad. Wonderful. Well, and somebody else just jumped in and then dropped out. All right, while we're waiting for other people to ask questions, I'm gonna continue to see if we can work out some of these communication difficulties. Sorry, I need to look around for this. If there's a way I can edit this to allow anybody to join if they want to.
So out of curiosity, are you guys, as in the other exhibitors, are you guys planning on doing hands-on stuff, make and take, or more informal?
So they're all different kinds of exhibits coming. A lot of them are. The thing that I'm asking most exhibitors is to have something demonstrational at the very least. I know a lot of the hackerspaces that are coming have hands-on exhibits. So Workshop 88 is bringing something that people can make and take home. Pumping Station 1 is doing the same thing. I know Ron Angle, who's a member of Space Lab and also of an amateur aviators organization, is bringing some quadcopters for people to fly around, and then he might be doing a raffle later on in the day as well. I think probably I would say probably the majority of the exhibitors have something hands-on for people to check out, and there are very few things where it's just demonstrational only. Although that's more than welcome too, as long as the exhibit is educational and useful for other people. Brad says straight up demo with raffles, giveaway and prizes. Oh, cool. And allowing people to print stuff. Neat, Brad. Brad, are you on mute? Are you there? Or are you still booting up your computer? Still booting up. Got it. All right. Almost there. All right, we'll let you hop on, Brad, and then we're probably going to keep the call going for another couple minutes, but then kill it. Unless anybody else has any questions. It looks like a lot of the questions have kind of petered out a little bit. Oh, there he is, I think. I can see you, but I can't hear you. I can still see. I can't hear you, but I can still see you.
I think you have to disconnect off your cell phone first because you can't have two mic inputs going on.
Still nothing, Brad. Oh, I hear something there. No.
No, now it's static.
Yeah. Sounds like something positive has happened, but I don't hear you still. So to sum it up, for the call, while Brad's trying to get his microphone working as well, and if anybody else wants to join the call, just let me know on Google+. We have over 20 exhibitors, from 20 to 25 now. You should have received 10 free tickets to hand out to people for the event. Brad, who's trying to connect right now, did something really cool today where he sent out an email to a whole bunch of people and said the first 5 people who respond get free tickets. I thought that was a really good idea. We are doing a walkthrough of the space on Thursday at 6 p.m. at Yunker Farm. You can get directions to Yunker on the website. We will be providing tables and chairs for everybody for sure. We will have most of the tents available and for individuals, but if you want a tent guaranteed, I would suggest bringing one. Each booth gets 1 table and 2 chairs minimum as well. The event starts at 10 o'clock, ends at 3. Exhibitors should be rolling in around 8 o'clock, although you're more than welcome to come in earlier. We'll be providing power for sure. Internet's a maybe right now. We're working on it still. There will be local press there. The event will be videotaped. We'll have pictures. Sweet. Brad says he has a couple tents and awnings that he could possibly bring as well. The event will be, yeah, like I said, the event will be videotaped, and we'll have pictures for the archives for later. We've got a lot of great sponsors lined up, a lot of great events, a lot of great speakers. So that should be fun as well. And the rest of the questions that people asked during this call will be posted online. This is as a YouTube video, basically, so you'll be able to rewatch this to look at all the other questions that people have asked, and hopefully I addressed them enough for everybody. So, Brad, do you have any questions or anything like that? No. Is that a no? I see you shaking your head no, so I'm assuming that means no. Generators, yeah, we have power. So we have a generator that ESDA is kindly providing us for free of charge. We just have to fill it up with gas, and then we should be able to piggyback some of the power as well off of the farm itself, so that hopefully what that'll do is that'll allow us to have power on both sides of the venue, so we won't have to cross cables all the way across and whatever, tape them down to the grass or whatever the hell else we'd have to do to make sure people don't trip over them. I don't know how many when I asked ESDA how many amps the question is how many amps is the generator. When I asked ESDA how many amps the generator was, they said they didn't know. But it's a mobile generator station, so that's like a trailer basically that they set up and take to crime scenes and other police scenes. So it's like on a trailer. So I would assume that it's able to handle quite a bit of power. It's not the Park District one. It's owned by ESDA. ESDA is the emergency response group that supplements a lot of police work in Mokena. They're an all-volunteer group, and they're kindly lending us the generator. They do a lot of response programs for the police, or they help redirect traffic or whatever, so they have mobile stations for that. Any other questions or anything like that from anybody? Can't hear you still, Brad. Sorry, man. There's going to be traffic? Yeah, there's going to be traffic. It's going to be a pretty busy day between, yeah, all the stuff happening at the park and the Oaks, and then our event. I think and the Food and Wine Fest, and I think there's another event happening in Mokena on the same day as well. So it's going to be a pretty intense day, but that'll make it all the better for us because hopefully that brings curious bystanders in as well. First speaker goes on at 10:30. Brad asked, "What time does the first speaker go on?" First speaker goes on at 10:30. That gives people enough time, half hour, to filter into the event, so that we don't have just a couple people watching the speaker at 10 o'clock. And then the final thing we're doing is going to be probably around 2:30, and that should, if everything goes well with the trebuchet, be the trebuchet launch. So it's not necessarily a speaker, although we could certainly launch a speaker in the trebuchet. But it's gonna the 2:30 thing is gonna be a trebuchet launching as well. Brian asks how early can you be there for setup. So like I said before, that you 8 o'clock is the official time. I'm gonna be there starting at 6 o'clock for setup. If you want to get there anytime after 6 a.m. to start hooking everything up, you're more than welcome to. Although it might be dark at 6 o'clock. It's getting darker every day. Wah, wah. Yeah. All right. I'll give it a couple more minutes. What are other hands on? I don't understand. Does that mean like how many volunteers do we have? Oh, I see. So Brad asked what kind of exhibits or things are available for kids and adults. So we have the Learn to Solder tent, the using Raspberry Pi, working with Raspberry Pi area as well. We have a quadcopter flying, what do I want to call it? Obstacle course. We have a quadcopter obstacle course that we're going to be doing. So there are going to be some things for people to fly through, and then if you do well enough, you'll have a chance at winning a quadcopter yourself. What other hands-on things do we have? We have a couple exhibits that are going to be building your own musical instruments, using 3D printers. I know we have a couple other musical instruments that you'll be able to play with there as well. What else? I think that's the sum total of all of our hands-on stuff that we're doing, but I think there are tons of exhibitors who are bringing other hands-on things as well. Brad wants to know how many 3D printers are there besides ours. We have two groups. One is the American Society of Mechanical Engineers, and they're bringing out a custom-made 3D printer. And the other is an individual, his name is Tom Meehan, who is bringing out his custom-made, I think it's a 3D printer. I want to say it was a CNC mill, but maybe that was a different conversation we had. So I think it's another custom-made 3D printer as well. I know a lot of the hackerspaces are bringing out 3D printers just as like a part of, we have this and then also all these other things, so they're going to have 3D printers and then half a dozen other things that they're going to be showing off as well. So there's going to be a good amount of rosin, of filament burning in the air at Maker Faire. Cool. Awesome. Thanks for hopping on, Brad. Everybody else who stuck with us through the technical difficulties, thank you as well. Brad asked, yeah, right. When are we walking through? It's Thursday at 6 p.m. at Yunker Farm. We're going to meet at Yunker Farm, and there's a driveway there, so you can pull in and park your car, and we'll walk around and kind of getting a lay of the land, an idea of where all the exhibitors are going to be, as well as all of our hands-on tents and the stage and everything else. Brad looks like he's typing one more thing here. Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, this video will be on YouTube, so all the questions and answers that we asked here will be on YouTube, and I'm going to work on putting together a frequently asked questions section so that everybody's able to reference these questions later on as well. If you have any, if those questions aren't asked and answered, feel free to email me, and I'll respond to them there. Or stop by Space Lab anytime this week. I'm downtown tomorrow, but Thursday and Friday I should be at Space Lab from your regular hours, 9 to 5, for people to stop by and ask me questions. Although, everything going on, I might be pretty busy. So I hope to see you guys all on Thursday, and if not, then I'll see you on Saturday. And thanks for coming out. All right. Bye.